From daily challenges to national concerns, we dig deep, ask the questions that matter, and spark.
We're about to make it real. Trying to say yes, help me.
Show one check at your bed.
Together.
There can be no full love. So check a guitar. Come, let's live together. Show a check at your bed. Kilo de traffic barawa. Oh, masibo mi botalelo. Our strength is in our diversity. Let's live together now. Let's live together. Let's live together. We gotta live together, yeah. Let's live together. There can be no full love. Umu wane no mokorobia anamapomu. Ole yamirina ina logu. Our strength is in our diversity, yeah. Let's live together. Let us live as one. Let's live together. Let's live together. You know we've only got one another. Let's live together.
Gashi dan wana muzama tare muzama daya mujina kasau yayi karfi rike hannuna muzama tare.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Pulse on Emirate Radio 98.5 FM. I am your host, Omotolani. Today we are discussing a critical and sensitive issue: rape and sexual violence in Nigeria. Across the country, concerns continue to grow over cases of abuse, harassment, and violations of human dignity, including troubling reports linked to certain social and cultural gatherings. This conversation is essential. It is about justice, accountability, and the protection of fundamental human rights. It is also about giving a voice to survivors and challenging the systems and attitudes that enable these crimes. Joining me today is Mrs. Yusuf Aromoke Abiba, the coordinator of Gender Emancipation Support, Ilorin, who will provide expert insight into this issue. Good afternoon, ma, and welcome, ma.
Good afternoon. Happy to hear.
Thank you, ma. All right. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, ma. To begin with, can you please clarify how divine rape and sexual assault for our listeners and explain the differences between both terms like rape and sexual violence or sexual assault?
Based on the topic before me this afternoon, sexual rape is defined as serious crime and form of sexual violence. That is, sexual activities that take place without consent of another person having sex with by force. So this is what we call rape, because the person is not
Really?
submitting the consent for the action to be taking place. So it is by force. This
By
is
force
why-
action.
Yes,
What about
by force
the
action.
sexual assault now?
Sexual assault is it goes along the same way, because sometimes before the sexual activities take place, sexual assault
Has been happening.
like touching the part that's not supposed to be touched on other person's parts, because you own your body. Nobody can touch it without your consent. And sometimes by harassing somebody without his consent, not allow you to do, but doing it by force.
All right, thank you, man. Now, in recent times, there have been disturbing reports of women being harassed during cultural gatherings. Looking at this example of the rape festival or the fertility festival in Ozoro community in Delta State, how do we separate culture from criminality in such cases?
Culture is aside on its own,
Okay.
but the law overcome everything in the country, because law, there's nobody that is not under the law. So once the law has been established, culture, the establishment of culture should be readdressed so that it will not go beyond the limitation of the law. So there should not be any culture that will go and use culture to violate or abuse other person's rights, like raping somebody or assaulting sexual harassment. No, it's not compatible. The arrangement of culture should be readdressed, because law oversees every culture.
All right, moving on. Can cultural beliefs or traditions ever be used to justify acts of sexual violence? Using this rape festival or the fertility festival in Ozoro community in Delta State, can we say that the act of rape or sexual assault can be enacted or can be overseen because of tradition or culture?
No, as we've earlier said it, that law supersede everything. So there should not be overlooking in this kind of action. Law has to be taking place. It has to be taking place, because in this case, those people that have been harassed, that have been raped, we do not consider. If we overlook it because of the culture, that means we are not considering the consequence of that on the victims. So that means we are supporting the perpetrators. So the culture should not supersede the law, which the law is supposed to supersede the culture. So action must be taken, judgment must be done on the perpetrator,
provided that it's going to be determined on the people itself. So I guess it's safe to say that the law must overshadow culture in areas when the victims will be affected negatively.
Yes, of course.
All right, moving on, ma. What would you identify as the major root causes of rape and sexual violence in our society today?
The root causes.
Yes, ma.
The root causes of major rape is, can we say, is lack of awareness. But awareness is going on. Awareness is going on. But some people are so greedy. Some don't care about other people's life, because out of this rape is destroying another person's life.
Yes.
So some people that are doing this are so actless, because it's an actless act for disturbing another person's life. Because in this regard, if one is raped, it can disturb someone's life forever. Look at the olden day that it has not been shouting out like it is now. There are so many innocent people that have lost their life on this aspect, because some may even have the trauma in them that some may not have interest in marrying again. Some may even not having interest in moving closer to any man again, because they will be the stigma, the trauma will be in them. Yes, the fear will be in them. So it is just a bad
experiences on ladies.
Yes.
And do you think, or to what extent do media exposure and prevailing societal attitudes contribute to the incidence of sexual violence on me? Like, what effect does media has, or the societal exposure, what people are seeing, what effect does this have on rape victims or rape or sexual assault?
You mean what society are saying about them presently or before?
presently, before, and even on social media?
I think, as I've earlier said, presently now it has even been changing, like how it is in the olden days. Because now, if you speak out, people will come around you. Like now that there's the government are even, most especially Women Affairs and Office of Her Excellency, they are working very very rapidly on this kind of aspect, that to eradicate it. Even is because of this, now formerly we are using a child right law, but presently there is VAP, Violence Against Person Prohibition Act 2015. Even it's under this our first lady, we appreciate her. In this our state, there's establishment of SAC. I know there's one at a general hospital, Surulere, and there's another one at a Sobi specialist hospital, where they support the victim, they protect them, they even support them by compensating them. So then there's counseling for the victim.
All right, Ma, could you outline the key laws in which, or the key laws in Nigeria that address rape and sexual assault? What are the laws guiding it? The laws that are talking about the victims, the laws guiding the people, the perpetrators of the evil act?
The law guiding the victim, the perpetrator, is either life imprisonment or 14 years imprisonment, based on the level of the
assault cost.
Yes.
So apart from that, which other law